Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Ashley and I have twin 10-week-old girls, and I have a toddler who's 2 years old. But today's video I want to kind of go over their 2-month update because they are already 2 months old. They are preemie, so they are about a month old gestational age wise, so a lot of their milestones, I don't think they have hit the traditional 2-month milestones yet, but we'll kind of go over that to tell you what they're up to and how well they've been thriving. So we'll start with their weights. So when we went to their 2-month appointment, they were actually 6 pounds. Ava was actually 6 pounds 15 ounces and Aria was 6 pounds 15 ounces and Ava was 6 pounds 7 ounces. We went to their 2-month appointment January 11th, so they were just hitting the 8-week mark. They're now 10 weeks, and we weighed them last week with our at-home scale, and Aria is actually up to 8 pounds, a little over 8 pounds, and Ava is 7.5 pounds. So they still kind of, they stay about a half pound of each other, which Ava was born at 3 pounds and 10 ounces and Aria was born at 4 pounds 3 ounces. So they're definitely growing. We go to each appointment, we get a kind of a list of things we can expect, things we may see at this age, what to expect in the future. So I'll kind of quickly go over what the sheet says they should be doing at 2 months, although every baby is different, and of course our babies are still kind of only a month old gestationally wise, so I'll kind of go over what they are not doing yet or what they will probably be doing here in the future. So it says that we may see at this age evening fussiness, increased daytime alertness, smiles, baby responding to your voice, baby watches your movements, and holding head up when on tummy. So evening fussiness, I don't think there's more of a time that they're more fussy than other times. They definitely are much more vocal and like to be held more, I think, right now at this age. So we kind of hear fussiness all day. Increased daytime alertness. Yeah, definitely. I think they're definitely alert a little bit more, but I do think they're a little bit more sleepy than your average 2-month-old, but that makes sense. But we definitely see their eyes a lot more than we did last month. Baby watches your movements. Yeah, definitely. I think they both are tracking. Like if you say Ava or Aria and you kind of go from left to right, you see their eyeballs track you a little bit, which is good to see at this age. And holding head up on tummy time, we still struggle with tummy time. I think they just rather go to sleep. So every time I put them on their stomach, they're knocked out, probably in like 5 minutes. I did catch Aria rolling from her front to back. So when she was on the tummy, she lifted her head and then she rolled over. I seen her do it twice, but I haven't been able to get it on camera. So I hope I can get some footage of that and insert it. But they both can hold their head up, but they just don't want to. They're more like, I'd rather sleep, I'd rather lay here. They really love being on their stomach and falling asleep on their stomach, which isn't safe, obviously, but they love it. So we're still working on that. When it comes to feeding, it says that approximately 6 to 8 feedings per day, which is about right. They eat every 3 hours. And then we try to kind of stretch them throughout the night. We're still working on that. They both eat about 3 ounces each feeding of breast milk and a little bit of the preemie formula that has the 22 calories, so it helps them grow a little bit faster. They still eat about 3 ounces every 3 hours. Sometimes Aria or even Ava, they will want just a little bit more, but they're pretty much right at 3 ounces per feeding every 3 hours. Sleep. Try to get about a 5-hour stretch of sleep at night. One baby will sleep, give us 5-6 hours, no problem. And one baby will probably wake up in like 4 hours and ready to eat. But we try to keep them on the same schedule. So if one baby wakes up and we have to feed one, we wake up the other baby to feed the other. That way they stay on the same schedule. So It makes it a really quick process to quickly feed them, swaddle them back up, and put them in their bed. They switch off on who likes to wake up in the middle of the night, so we can't blame it on one baby. But we do get about 5 hours stretch of sleep. So we'll end up feeding them about midnight. And that's kind of when we actually go to sleep. And then we wake up again at 5 o'clock in the morning. So, which is pretty good, seeing as they're, like I said, 6 weeks early. So they're not even at the 2-month stage yet. Well, traditionally you would start sleep training. And I'll get to sleep training in a little bit. And when we'll start sleep training and kind of implement those things. It also says things to look forward to: decreased fussiness. We haven't seen that yet, so hopefully laughter, cooing, and even more smiles. Okay, rolling over, baby's more interactive and playful. Remember, and this always says to remember to talk to your baby. So those are the things to look forward to. So I'm thinking about probably around late 3-month, 4-month stage, we'll probably see a little bit much more smiles, a little less crying, because right now they're still very much babies, like newborn babies. Yeah, they're a little bit more alert. They're still in newborn clothes. I should say that. They're obviously still both in newborn clothes. They're still in newborn diapers. I don't see them growing out of that anytime soon, although newborn diapers go up to 10 pounds. So realistically, we could probably put them in ones here shortly, but we still have a bunch of newborn boxed diapers we got while I was pregnant. So we're going to continue with that. But yeah, just pretty much they just eat every 3 hours, poop, and you know, there's not much to it right now. When it comes to Cinco, I'll give an update with Cinco and the girls. Cinco can't get enough of his twin sisters. I think that's the hardest part. He always wants to hold them and hug them, which is super sweet. But when we have them like laying on their mat and stuff like that, the angle that he comes down at, it feels like it's a lot of weight. He'll put a lot of weight on them, and you know, that makes us nervous. So we kind of have to always try to remind him, like, you're a big boy, they're little babies, you got to be very, very careful and very, very gentle. So he gives them sweet little, we say give him a kiss on the forehead, you know. He always helps with throwing away their diapers. He'll help with sometimes if I feed them both on the pillow, he'll try to help feed a baby. But he really does try to be a big brother. Also, when it comes to feeding, they're still both very, very messy eaters. They both have tongue ties and a lip tie, but it doesn't truly affect them eating. It's just more of a mess. So they still grow as they should. It's just more of a laundry issue for us. Although Arya's lip tie is a little bit bigger, and she makes the bigger mess. So we are going to go see a doctor at the end of this month and see if it's something where it makes sense to revise it, if it's just going to be more of a pain for her and not help. I don't want her to go through that pain if it's not going to help her. So we're going to go see a doctor about that sometime at the end of this month. But yeah, they're moving right along. When it comes to sleep, I probably will start sleep training them in the next few weeks. I kind of want them to be in their own rooms by the time Josh is done with paternity leave, which is the first week of March. I think at this point I was doing Cinco naps in his cribs, and they're actually doing naps for the most part in their bassinets in our room. So I want them to start getting used to their rooms and their cribs. So we'll start with just naps in their room, and then we'll transition and do their full sleep in their room. So I think in the next couple weeks I'll slowly start to implement the taking care of babies. That's what I used with Cinco. So I plan on doing that again. But with twins it's a little bit more difficult, because soothing one when the other is okay, or trying to feed one, do you wake up the other one to feed? I will try to keep them on the same schedule, so that's the plan. They don't wake each other up, so one can be crying, so they have a pack and play, and there's a divider in between, so they're literally right next to each other when they sleep. One can be raging and the other is sleep like they can't hear a thing. So I'm not worried about them waking each other up just yet. So that shouldn't be too difficult when it comes to sleep training. 2 months, they're just eating, sleeping, getting used to everything, and hopefully they'll give us a little bit more sleep and start sleeping through the night, which 5 hours I think is great for their ages, and hopefully we'll start slowly creeping up. I try to feed them a little bit more during the day, but if they don't want to eat more, they won't eat more. So I try to get them more full during the day, but they're not having it. They want their 3 ounces and be done, and then in 3 hours they'll take their 3 ounces again and be done. So they tell me what they want, and I oblige. Their favorite toys right now obviously is their playmat. You can see them looking at the black and white pictures, so we try to put them in their playmat to look at the pictures, and you can see they kind of stare at it for long periods of time, which I think it's just their brains developing and kind of trying to figure out their surroundings and things like that. But that's pretty much their favorite toy. Obviously they're 2 months, so they don't have a bunch of toys that they like to play with yet, but their mat they really do like. They haven't really interacted with each other yet. They haven't caught on like that's my sister, we're like the same age and same size, so they haven't really had that twin moment yet. And that's what I'm looking forward to the most is when they really, it's like, oh, that's my sister, or like have that quick little bond, or when they start to notice each other. I think that will come in the next few months. They're just kind of learning new things and learning new boundaries every day. They love to be held, they love to be rocked. More so right now it's Aria than Ava. Ava likes to be held, but Aria, I can put her in a wrap, like a baby wear her. Ava, she's really not too much of a fan. She just likes the traditional being held that way. Let's see. Oh, their skin. So Aria has kind of battled, I shouldn't say battled, I can't think of a better word, with eczema. And Cinco did too. Cinco had really, really bad cradle crap. I would have to scrub the flakes off every couple days, and you can really truly see it in the cradle cap brush or the toothbrush that we used on Cinco. For Aria, hers got really bad, but it was only for like a couple days, and then it kind of started to subside. I truly think it was partly from our laundry detergent in our clothes, because it would happen a lot when we would hold her. She would get this really, really bad dry red rash. So we switched out all our detergents. It's like super hypoallergenic. There's no scent, there's no nothing. Just cleans our clothes. So it seems like that's helped. She still has they both have really dry skin, hair, skin, all of that, or scalp, skin, all of that. But Aria kind of goes up and down. I started using the Mistela again. I used that for Cinco, and I do truly like that brand. So I used that, and I kind of used the Afrida Baby silicone brush, and I kind of, when I brush their hair, they start picking up some of the flakes. I also brush their forehead. I used to brush her cheeks a little bit, but I just use a rag to just kind of exfoliate a little bit of the dead skin, and then I make sure I do a nice gentle hypoallergenic moisturizer on it, and I think that really helps. So every day I'll wipe their face with a water wipe. Truly that's the only reason why I buy water wipes still, because they're expensive. Because they're nothing but water. So I will gently wipe their face every morning just to get their dead skin and kind of make sure we're picking that up, and then layering on with a nice sensitive lotion. It really helps their skin, because it got pretty bad, but now it's kind of leveling off. It's not 100% clear, but it's not as bad as it was. So, and she hasn't had any active breakouts, I should say, because she had newborn acne. They both did, and then that transitioned to really bad eczema, and now it's just kind of just there. So we're working on that. Cinco's skin looks good now, so I know it'll be something that they can grow out of, but you know, it's, you know, you really don't want to look at it right now, so I try to clean it up as much as I can. Ava just has dry skin. That's pretty much it. But yeah, if you guys have any questions or you want to see anything about the girls or Cinco or how we deal with anything, please sure to leave that in the comment section. And of course, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Thanks, bye.